Okay, so welcome everyone. This is a general group, but then let's say you got started with e-economy a week ago or less than that, and then you want to understand how to copy and paste effectively. So this is the WhatsApp Signal group. You should have two major groups, your general conversation group and the WhatsApp Signal group. You have your Telegram groups as well for signals as well, right? So you can also take signals from there as well, but I'm just going to do this training with a WhatsApp Signal group, basically. So every day you're going to get minimum 3 to 5 signals every single day. Like if you don't get signals in a day, it should be a minimum of 3 to 5. If you have so much that day, it's going to be above this. But let's say we don't have much signals that day, it should be about 3 to 5 signals in a day. Right? So how does copy and paste work? Right? So let's say you got a trade idea that tells you to sell gold. I'm trying to look for an idea that everyone can resonate with. Let's say you get a trade idea like this. And guys, so if you're on the WhatsApp Signal group and you get these things like pictures and you don't load the image, you don't get to see what is there. So if you're a beginner, you need to load the image, like click on it and then it loads to see what is being sent. So this is the Pluto's Trade Ideas group, right? So Pluto's is another expert trader that is it as an add-on, right, on the elite package. And not all of us here has the Pluto's package, right? But it's an add-on that you can get if you're on the elite package. But our leaders are taking it upon themselves to make sure that even if some persons don't have access to Pluto, they've decided to forward it to the WhatsApp Signal group so that people who don't have Plutos can also benefit from it. So sorry, my phone is a bit, you might not notice though, but I noticed because like my phone got wiped, and so I like don't even have anything on my Telegram right now. I've not done my Telegram setup back. My phone just looks literally new. But let's get into the business of today. Let's say you get a trade idea like this that says buy gold, right? So it says buy XAU USD. XAU USD is gold, right? So you go to your MetaTrader 405. In this case, I have 4 here, right? So, and then I'm going to click on the pair gold trade, right? So it's instant execution. They're telling us to buy. So what I do is immediately you change your lot size, let's say 0.05 for a 500 pounds or $500 account, right? And they say buy gold, you click buy, right? So this is what I do. And then go to modify, and then you put your stop loss. Like the trade idea gave us, look at it, SL means stop loss. So you have the SL as 2361.60. So we're going to go on here and put 2361.60. And then you have take profit as 2370, right? 2370. I doubt this will go, but let's try. I know. Okay, so guys, that trade has gone, but let's look for another entry point for ourselves, right? So we entered the market. Now, who can tell me the entry point where it took traders? Let me see in the chat box if we even have people following us. What was my entry price for this trade idea I took? Let me put it in the chat. What's the entry price for this trade idea? Put it in the chat, guys. What's the entry price for this trade idea? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of answers now. 2366. Where did I enter the market at? Where, like, where did Blossom buy? I bought gold, right? I bought gold 0.5 lot. So what is my entry? This trade right now, my entry, where did I go at? Let me see if we actually know what. Okay, I'm seeing some persons. Okay. Answer, it's a training call. Like, this is what a lot of people do and they lose money. Where did I enter the trade at? 23.28. I'm seeing a lot of 23.28. Okay, so now 23.28.80. Amazing. Okay, so the first number under XAUUSD, right? Can we see the first number underneath it? That is where I entered the market at. Now, we know they told us to buy gold, right? And they gave an entry 23.66. We all know that people have made money from this idea. I mean, like, it's been like what, 4:17 a.m., right? So let's say this trade was dropped, let's say by 2, and people have done TP1 from it, and right? So let's just assume that it's a recent trade. It was dropped now, right? And I went to take the trade. So buy gold, right? My entry point, even if Pluto's gives or Forex Manara Trade Ideas and Session gives 23.66, but I enter at 23.28. Your entry, right, is the first number that pops below the gold. Can we see the 23.28.80? That's your entry point. So even if Pluto's or Manara Trade Ideas gave a particular entry, let's say the trade was dropped now and they gave an entry for, let's say, 23.27, and you entered at 23.28, your entry for that trade is 23.28. It is not the 23.27 that Pluto's gave. It is where you entered the market at that made it your entry. So let's go and look for the stop loss and take profit to put. Now, for a buy trade, right, you buy low, and when market goes up, that's how you profit. So we've bought at 23.28. Now, this trade has gone, but we need to put something as our TP and stop loss. So we're buying low. We've bought low at 23.28. So who can tell me what should be our take profit? Because we buy low, when market goes up, we profit. So what number do you think we can put for our TP? We're trying to put a TP, because definitely the trades will always give you TP, but this trade has gone. So I want us to be engaged. So let me know in the comments, what TP can we use for that particular trade? This trade we just took. What TP can we use? We know we buy low, when it goes up, we make money, right? So what can our TP be? What should our TP be? Somebody said 23.30, and that person says 24, 23.35, 25, 23.99. Okay, so I'm going to go with 23.35, right? So because that's about how many pips? Because I mean, we're going up, right? So 23.35 for TP. So our stop loss should be, if it's going to go in reverse, we did 20. Let's do 10 pips. 20. Hold on. Let's do something lower. Let's do 10 pips. So for take profit, we chose 23.35. Yes? 23.35. I can't see the comments. That's why I need to be sure. And for TP, we'll do 23.20. Stop loss, we'll do 23.26. Modify, right? So we just took a trade now. And like I said, you buy low, right? Once that trade goes into profit, it goes up. For a sell, you sell high. You sell high, and when it goes down, that's how you profit, right? So understanding these two concepts is what helps you, even if a trade has done, you enter into a late entry trade. Let's say the trade idea was late and you take it. It helps you with what, like, this number is reading, right? It helps you to understand that, oh, I'm late to this market, because you can see that, I mean, this entry says TP1 2370, right? And you're seeing it at what? It just tells you that, just leave the trade alone and wait for the next trade, right? So I just showed us that as an example. Let's try to take a more recent trade idea. I hope we have one. This is BTC. It's not BTC on the demo, but let's buy gold again, right? So Plutus gave this by an hour ago, an hour plus, almost 2 hours now. Buy gold at 23.33, right? TP is 23.45. So all Pluto's idea is instant execution, right? So instant execution, I mean market execution as well. So you just click there and then you buy. Guys, take note of these two numbers reading when you want to take a trade. Now, you remember they told us to buy at 23.23 and our TP is 23.45. So this is what buy gold at. That's your entry price. They're just telling you that since we're going to the market to buy something, this is the price we're looking at. So trading is just almost similar to your traditional market, where you have a price in mind that you're going to buy at, right? So now, because it's copy and paste, you're not navigating anything for yourself. You're just simply interpreting what the expert has called out for you, which is buy gold and TP1, which is 23.45, TP2 23.60, and you have your SL as 23.20. So let's try to do this one. I think we can take this. So buy gold, we buy, then we modify. I like to do this way because especially on gold, sometimes when you are trying to take a trade idea and you're putting your parameters before you buy, you just hit TP1 hit and you've not even taken the trade. So go and buy first, then modify and put in your parameters. So we have TP as 23.45. And the SL as 23.20. Now, so I just took this trade. Let's say this is you took a trade and is in loss already, right? So this is where your risk management comes to play. Now, A economy has an 80+% win ratio, not 100% plus win ratio. That's why your risk management, you should always wear your risk management cap on, right? Because I mean, you're here to make money, not lose it. So let's say this is you and the trade is running in loss. Don't by yourself initiate losses for yourself by saying, oh, this trade is going into loss, and then you come and close the trade in loss, right? That's what your SL is for. In case the trade goes in reverse of the prediction of what it has been said to do, it will hit your SL, like allow it. Tomorrow is another day to trade and make up for it. But then if all the trades you are taking, right, is in loss, when you know that there are no losses, right? There are no losses on everybody's doing TP smash TP, and then you still find out that you are incurring losses. Something obviously is you're doing something wrong, and that's what you need to address. You want to take note of your entry points. Are you entering the trade when it has done TP1? Right? So now the TP for this trade, TP1 is 23.45, right? So you don't want to be entering the trade at 23.45 when most people have exited the trade. That's not when you want to be taking it and expecting that it must do TP2. No, a trade must not always do TP2. You don't control the market. I don't, nobody does, except some heavy duty people, right? And then one thing you want to also take note of is, I hope from this we understand the concept of the copy and paste though. So let's move to, we can't take partial profit or break even because the trade is in minus. If hopefully what I want to call goes into profit, and we can try that. But either ways, there are videos on that as well. So let's move into risk management. Now, let's say on my account, remember I said that this is a £500 account or a $500 account, and my 1% on my lot size is 0.05, and I have it in 2 positions, right? But if you're a beginner, you can split your 0.05 into 2, or you do 0.04 in 2 places on your 500. If you have less than what I'm talking about, there's a lot size draft. Just come here, click on this pinned lot size draft. It has specified lot size. So you don't, like me, I already know, 1% of £1,000 account is 0.10. 1% of a 2K, of a 5K is, I know the lot sizes by head. But as a beginner, these things can feel like a lot, right? So that's why there's a lot size draft. I'm expecting the person to mute, right? I don't want to be checking to mute you. So that's why there's a lot size draft to help you understand what lot size to use. Now, sometimes I've seen people reach out to me and tell me, I have so amount, let's say like $20 my account. What lot size should I use? First off, if you have $20 in your account, don't take any trade. Like, just chill and top up before you start taking trades. I say it because I believe in anything worth doing is worth doing well, because why would you fund a $20 and you see some people do it and then they get away with it, but you're forgetting that that person has more experience than you. As a beginner, that's not what you want to be doing. Just try to raise up your account. The lot size even started from 50, right? Like, if you're even my mentee, there's a specified amount to even start with, because you will not see gold trades and you will not even, will you say, I'm seeing gold, I'm not going to trade gold. It's not possible, because most majorly, if you check the WhatsApp, if you check the WhatsApp signal group, majorly of the pairs that come in, look at this is an indices pair by JPP to like 250 plus book, right? Look at that. Is this not what you're going to trade on a $100 or $200 account? It's not. It's an indices pair. It's not what you're going to take. So sometimes these are the things you put into consideration. And when I say top up your account, you can grow your account slowly. So if you have less than that, try to top up and grow it slowly. So risk management, you don't know what lot size to use for your account, visit the lot size draft. Let me read it to you so for some persons that don't know what it means, it just looks like a bunch of writings, right? So for $50 to $90 for FX pairs, by FX pairs they mean normal forex pairs. For some beginners, this might look like, what are those? Those are pairs that are not gold and BTC or indices pair, like your AUD-JPY, like your USD-AUD, GBP card, and the rest of you. Those are forex pairs. Look at the lot size to use. $100 to $199. On gold, BTC indices, you have 0.01 once, maximum 0.01 in 2 positions, right? So you have the FX pairs and extra 0.01, and it goes on like that for different account sizes, right? So what I like to say is, if always use 1% of your account per trade idea. And especially now that there's a lot of volatility in the market because of the war that is going on, it can literally affect the market, and it's something that you want to pay attention to, like observe the risk management. What is 1% of $100 account? $1. So 0.01. What is 1% of a 2K account, right? That's $20. That's 0.20. And if you're going to take gold with that, you want to split it into two. So 0.10. That's just how you want. If you feel like, oh, this is a lot, just bring out your calculator, or just Google what percent, or just message your coach or message me, right? That's that about risk management. Not just to break even and do partial, but we need the trades to go into profits to do that, basically. Yeah. So in the meantime, while we're waiting, I'll like to take questions. So yeah. While we are waiting, let me take questions. You have questions, you feel like something you did is not going out the way you want, blah, blah, blah. Like, just drop the questions in the chat. Thank you. Modify the entry. So I use an iPhone, and I believe that, please drop your questions in the chat, right? So, and I believe that we all saw me modify, but I'm going to do it again. Right? So if you don't use an iPhone, it's literally the same thing. I promise you. So let me share my screen again and do it. So basically, guys, do you see the way this trade went from 12 and it dropped to 3? But somebody would have saw that 12 and say, oh, it's in loss, and closed it. Like, why would you initiate loss on yourself? Why? So how to modify? Just drag this to the left. Just drag. This is the trade idea, right? But for people who use Android, if you click on it, I think the long press, it pops out these options too. You can do this as well. And then you click modify. It brings out these parameters for you, and you just put your stop loss and TP. And you click the modify. Like, once you put those parameters, just click modify, right? It's very easy. So just tap on it, long press, it brings the options out for you, right? If you want to see your chart, you click on the chart. I really need to set up my stuff. My phone just looks so odd. So, like, that's just how it works. And it's super easy, regardless of the phone you use, Android or iPhone. Once you can either drag like this, what I love doing. I just drag to the side and I choose the pencil icon. The pencil icon is for modification. If you want to close a trade, can we see this first icon that is like to mark something good? That's how to close a trade. So you click the first icon and it says close with loss, but we don't close our trade in loss, obviously. So just leave it be. For in case this trade is in profit and you don't want to wait to TP, right? So I see people who their trade have done amount of profit and they're just like looking at it. Sometimes you can personally close your trades in profit. So you just drag, right? And you click the first sign and you close with profits, right? So we'll just wait for this to go into profit and we'll do that. So that's what you want to do. That's how to modify, basically. Just drag, click the pencil icon. It brings out the option for you, or you just click long press on this and it brings out these options for you as well. So I hope that answers the question. So any other question? Any other question, guys? Do we have any questions? To check on the charts. Okay, oh please. What is the estimated profit after the trade? I don't understand. If you use 1% of 50, that's 0.01. So it depends on the pips of the trade, the profit of the TP1. How many pips is TP1 from your entry, where you enter that? So that's what you need to do, right? So you just know that whatever you're doing, you just have to follow the lot size, which is 0.01 on a $50 account. Like, don't even just overshoot yourself. How do we take partial profit? Well, about to do that. I'm just waiting for the trades to go into profit so we can do that. How do we take partials? Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys. What kind of trading is this? Copy and paste. We just copied Pluto's trade ideas. Pluto called a buy gold and we took it. Look at the idea. This is the idea we took. Buy gold at da-da-da-da-da. Going to copy and paste it. Right? That's what we did. We bought gold. He told us buy gold. We bought. And we dragged and modified. Right? I'm not an expert. I'm following the expert. Plutus gave the idea. Right? So he gave buy gold. Right? TP is 23.45. We are copying. It's called copy and paste trading. 23.45 as TP1 and our SL, right? Our SL is 23.20. And I click the modify. I'm only following what Plutus gave us to do. I did not fabricate the idea from my head. I'm just following Plutus. Yes. So it's called copy and paste trading. The expert has given what you need to do. You copy it and paste it on your MetaTrader. So guys, don't worry, once the trade goes into profit, we'll do partials. I can even pause the recording. If it's going to hit SL soon, right? And then you closed it in loss. What if it doesn't hit SL? Your SL is already there to stop the loss, right? So you closing it and then it doesn't hit SL, right? And then it starts reversing, but you've lost. Let's say it was supposed to hit SL, right? But then it was close to SL and then you closed it at -10, right? And then it doesn't hit SL, it goes back down into profit, like we just saw me doing, right? But then you've already done -10 out of your account. This is just me, right? And it helps me because sometimes some people take losses that is not from the academy. They initiate the losses themselves and they tell you, oh, I've been losing. No, what are you doing? So I have another question for how do we know a trade that is an instant trade call? It's on the trade idea. It's on the idea itself, right? It's on the idea itself. It says buy gold at, for example, let me show you a pending order. So Obi says buy BTC USD at 67K. He wrote underneath it, buy stop, right? So it's when you go to take this trade idea, you already know that it's a buy stop because it's not an instant execution, right? So when there's no BTC on the demo, but let's say it was a gold idea, right? I want to use gold to do it. And you click on it and it's a buy stop, right? You click on trade, you change your instant execution. Can you see buy stop? Can you see buy stop? You just select that. So in this case, in here, it was BTC, right? But I'm using gold to show you. It's just a pair different. You change it from instant execution to buy stop. How do you know a trade. They'll tell you in the trade idea. They'll tell you in the trade idea. It's like, it to be clear. I mean, this is the buy stop is clear for everybody to see, right? It will always be in the idea. If it's buy limit, it will be written in the idea. If it's sell limit, it will be written in the idea. And when it's not written there, when you don't see anything like that, it's automatically instant execution. Automatically. So basically, right? So guys, do we see what just happened here? So some people would have closed this trade in loss. Some people that I know very well, they would have closed this trade in loss. And then you now say, oh, this, that. And then when you see people doing TP1 hit, this is, you're wondering, why is my own not hit? Because you're closing your trades. So now let's talk about taking partial profits. Now, I took this trade with 0.05 and I want to take partial profits. I mean, because I don't own the market, right? So let's go and take partial profits. This 0.05, I want to take out of it. Let's do the highest one. This one is at 14. So let's try to take some money out of it. Let's wait. When it gets to 15, we'll take money from it. Okay, so you can take about £7+, right? So let's say I want to take half partial profit book. So I drag, right, and click on this first one, like I want to close the trade. Then I come to the lot size. You know, I entered with 0.05, right? So I'm going to change it to 0.03 or 2. I want to take half of it. So I changed it to 2. Can you see the money reduced to 5.70? So let's say, let me say I want to take 0.03. The funds increased, right? So once you do that, I'm trying to take part of my running trade. You know, this trade is running to TP1, right? Or TP basically, right? But I want to take out of the money, right? So now I'll just go there. Let me do it again for everybody to see. You just click on it like you want to modify, right? You click on the first arrow, or if you are the type that does this to close, so you click on this close, right? It brings you here. Then you just click on the lot size. I'm going to change it to 0.03. You can see it's 8.8. Let's put back our 0.05. Can you see how much is it? But I want to take half, right? So we'll reduce the lot size to 3 and then close with profits. After taking half, can you see the 0.05 has reduced to 0.02? So let's go to our history. Can you see the money there? I've taken part of my funds because I mean, I'm waiting to TP now. It's not oh my bro. It's not $8 I'm finding. I actually want to do more. Right, guys, I'll come to the question, but let me finish with the copy and paste, right? So like I've already taken partial. Let's say I want to take partial on everything. Once you take partial, immediately you break even because the market is not your own. And how do you break even? You move your SL to entry. So remember, guys, our entry was what? 2328.20. The first number under this goal. Can you see it? XAUUSD, the first number that is not moving, right? Because I've taken partial profit. So once you take partial profit, you want to immediately do it. So this is a good idea that is actually everybody can benefit from. So don't say it's because it's demo. Then 23, let's look at it. Our entry is 2328.20, right? 2328.20. That's our entry. I've moved my stop loss now. Let me go back and do it again. What's my entry price, guys? 2328.20, right? So you go to modify again. This is my stop loss, 2320, but I want to move it to my entry because I want to break even. My entry is what? 2328.20. I modify, right? I'm going to do the same for everything. Moving my SL to entry, 2328. Okay, no, this entry is not 23. So you confirm 2328.84. 2328.84. Modify. This second one, 2328.80. 2328.80. Guys, do you see the way everything happened on this call? We took the trade, it went into loss and went into profits, right? So just be patient with your trade sometimes. Like, just be patient. Trust that the analysis will go the way it said. And if it doesn't go, that's what your SL is for. And that's why you should follow your risk management. Don't feel like it's one trade that you want to use to flip your account into 400 plus in one trade. No, tomorrow is another day. It's you keep making money every single day. $7.7 trillion every single day. You don't need to make 500 in one day. If you're pulling out 500 in a week, that's okay. If you're doing 50 in a day, that's okay. You grow into it. Because trust me, they know, right? They know you're a retail trader. Us, both of us, you and me, we're retail traders. And they are not always excited that, you can come into the market with how much and walk away with how much. How dare you? But then there are possibilities of this, and you want to be able to create that system where you are always profitable. Always. So right now we've already broken even. So let's break even with the second one. I feel like the money is small, but it's a training. Let's do it, right? So are there questions? Do we have questions? Let me see. Why do trade close when unless maybe you're the one that closed it? The trade cannot close when it hasn't reached herself. What if the lot size was initially at 0.01? Do you change it to 0? So like now, let's say this trade was done with 0.01. You can't take partial profits. What you just do is you break even once you see your trade go into profits, right? So with the 0.01, this trade will be maybe about 3 point something dollars in these three positions or 4, right? And then like you just see me do, you break even. Once your trade goes into profit, you break even. Why do you break even? Break even protects you, so that regardless of the movement that wants to happen in the market, especially on pairs like gold, that sometimes manipulation on it is quite high, right? That's why you break even, so that regardless of what happens, you're protected. So break even, it helps you exit the market without any loss or any profit. So first, like me now, I've already taken partial profit on one of those trades. So let's say I now decide to close this one. I don't want to take partial profit on this. I want to just close it. So I'll just click close with profits. Right? The way some of us do, we'll just panic, close a trade on £5, right? So but the thing is, you've already broke even, right? So even if you want to leave the trade to run, two things can only happen. You either make more money or they make no money at all, right? Because you've broken even. So, but as far as loss is concerned, you can't have losses because you already protected yourself with what I just showed you, right? So when you've done stuff like this, just leave your trades to run. Leave your trades to run. If you feel like you want to come back, take partial profit, you do that, right? And then it helps you. Like regardless of whatever happens in the market now, you are safe, you're fine. It can only get better. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to allow the trades to run a bit, and let's see if we have questions. This one is saying, how do we break even? Maybe you need to watch this video again. How do we break even? Qatar, you just joining the call. break even at 0.001. I don't think you can't. Okay, break even. You can break even at 0.01 because you're just moving your SL to entry. So let's try that. I want to take this trade 0.01. It's a buy. Yeah, let's buy. Remember, I'm not just assuming the trade. It was given to us, like I said, from Plutus, right? So that's about 2 hours ago. Or it's still running because he gave TP at 23.45. So let's say, right, my TP is 23.45. So my 0.01 people are with me. My TP is 23.25. Yes. And the SL is what? 23.20. 23.45. The SL is what? 23.20. Carter, are you watching this? Right? I've modified this trade. Then I want to break even. Are you seeing that it's on 0.17, 14, 20? Leave your trade alone. Leave it alone. You can't break even with cents. Do you understand? Leave your trade to move. Let it move and enter like maybe $1 or $2. You understand? Then you can break even. This I'm saying for the 0.01 people, leave your trades to run. It's can you see? It's on 0.70. It's coming up. It's going to $1. It's going to come up, right? So we entered. Where did we take this trade at? 23.30.17, right? That's not our SL though, because our SL was what? Our SL is 23.20, but we entered this trade at 23.30.17, and it's currently at 23.30.82. So you leave it a bit to go up, right? You leave it a bit to go up, to come up, come into $1, $2, $3. Then you break even. You can't start breaking even when it, because look at your entry. Do you know why you shouldn't? It's not, it doesn't make sense. Your entry is 23.30.17. If you were going to break even, you break even to 23.30.17, which is where market is almost at. So why did you even, it's like, why did you take the trade in the first place if you wouldn't even let it to run? It's on 23, currently on 23.30.28. You entered at 17. It's on 29, right? 17 and 29. There's no much difference. So leave it a bit to run, right? Then you break even. Let me see if we have more comments. More questions. I hope you understand now, Carter. How can we take different positions? Lydia, you're not on this call. So guys, please bear in mind, if you're going to take gold and BTC and you have less than £400 or £500 in your account, you don't even bother to enter multiple positions. By multiple positions, I mean you should have gold in 7 positions, gold in 4 positions, gold in 5 positions. Stop it. Like, just cut it out. Like, know yourself for this account, the capital that I'm talking about, right? If you have less than that, there is no need taking gold or BTC in more than 2 or 3 positions. Don't do that to yourself. Why am I saying it? Because that first BTC trade you get is not going to be the only BTC trade you will have for that day. So you don't want to just open it in multiple positions, right? Because what you want to do is just take a trade in just 2 or 3 positions. So the person that asked, how do you take a trade in multiple positions? The same way you just saw us do it. And type, you've bought before, click the plus sign, you buy again, you put your TP1, you put your TP2, right? So as we all saw in these 3 positions, I kept putting TP1. Why was I doing that? It's because before a trade idea would do, TP1, will do TP2 rather, it must do TP1. And since my father is not the owner of the market, I don't usually always expect a trade to do TP1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yes, there will be those days, right? But that's not, you always want to just, take as much as you can and leave the market, right? So that's why I say TP1 and TP2, right? Personally, I just stick to TP1, right? So yeah, that's that about that. Now, can we see this trade dropping, right? If it gets to our entry point, I mean the first two we entered, not this 0.01, right? At 28.84, right? And if let's say it starts reduced because we've already break even, right? So whatever happens on this trade, and my heart is not beating, I'm not feeling, my emotions is not in chaos, because two things that will happen: I make more money or I don't make any money at all. But I've already taken partials, so I'm fine. Do you understand? And this is just one trade idea. One, you get minimum 3 to 5. I'm saying minimum. It means that if I miss 2 in the morning before I wake, because usually, most times, Sundays into Monday, right? Like I before I wake up, people have already made money. And it's okay, right? Because I know that I'll still get other trade ideas sent during the days. So you always want to protect yourself. However you're trading, you want to always protect it. After taking partials, you break even. You don't have any business not breaking even. Now that you've done this, I can literally just drop my phone and go and chill, because I've protected myself. And my emotions is not dancing and doing, this trade, that's too much. Like, you self, pity yourself. So, right, that's how you want to think. Yeah, it's a demo. Is that a demo? Of course, don't worry. I'm not going to be using my life account to teach you all, right? Of course, it's a demo. So, how did it not add up and join? Please, Chidima, reiterate on your question, yeah? Lydia, I hope I was able to answer your question. It's the same thing, just change the currency, Raphael. Just change it. I have mentees who trade in euros, so they understand. Just change the figure, right? You spend dollars, I spend pounds. So just change the figure, $500 and below. You don't have any business taking gold or BTC in more than 2 or 3 positions. You don't have any business doing that. Why? You will get more than one trade in a day. So why should you take gold, 4th place, 4 position, 5 positions? Why? Why do you want to do that? 2 or 3 positions is okay. If you even have $50 account, wow, look at the lot size. They said no. They told you not to do it. If you have, like, where's the lot size draft? Look at it. $50 to $90 FX pairs. They didn't even put gold and BTC. So for people that they have this amount and see BTC and they're always like trying to choke their head. Look at this. Look at this. The person that did it did not put it so to make you not to make money. No, is to help you stay in profit always. 100 to 199. Look at that. Gold BTC, maximum 0.01, 2 positions. FX per 0.02 and 1 extra 0.01. 200 and 250. They even told you like the amount of positions you can have. So yeah, I hope I've been able to answer most of the questions. Let's see. What does buy stop really means? My chat is messy. I can't use this chat. Guys, my phone got wiped, okay? So my setup is gone. I can't use this chart to explain it. Look at now. Ha! This chart is I don't know. I can't use it to talk about it. But basically, buy stop is like when you're telling you have a price, right? That you want market to come to before it activates, right? You know, buy stop always come at the price, like the idea that says what I would think was buy BTC at 67K, right? So for example, let's say this 2345 price was 67K. That's the price for the stop, right? So once the trade is coming, once it gets to that stop, it activates because you've already set it on yourself to say, oh, when I'm at this particular zone, come and pick me. It's like you're at a bus stop for buying for buying BTC, right? And then you've set a price that, oh, market, when you get to this bus stop, come and pick me, right? And because when you're taking trades like that on a buy stop, it's not active yet, right? It's a future trade, it's a pending order. It's like a bus that's coming and say, oh, when you get to this bus stop, pick me up, right? So it's a future trade that is coming there, but it's not there yet, right? So when you set trades like that, once it gets to that 67K, it automatically activates on its own, because you've already put those parameters in place that, oh, once you get here, I'm here, I have an order for 67. Once you get to 67, pick me up, right? And then the trade activates on its own. I hope I've been able to explain that in the broken down way as possible. When an order is placed, what happens? Do you mean a pending order? So you have to be very clear. Let me answer it though. Okay, when a pending order is placed, what happens next? What happens next is the market is moving. It's like you told somebody, oh, the boss is going to come to 67 and you are at 55, and you place that order that, oh, when you get to 67, pick me up, right? So the boss is at 55, it's coming to 67. You see price is moving, but the order is not activated. Once you get to 67, it becomes active. And we already know that active trade moves like this. You see the way the market is moving. You see it will go blue or go red like this, is active. So a pending order that is not active, you won't see it move in these dimensions, right? I really want this trade to hit break even so that we'll see it. It's so close, so that we'll see it. So you all can see why it's important to, do you understand? After taking partials, you break even. So no matter what, you're going to be fine. What is the reasonable lot size to use on a 5K account for each trade position? What is 1% of a 5K account? Tell me, Emma. What is 1% of a 5K account? I already said before, why was there a lot size jump? Because some persons don't, but they were like me before, who they were not good at math, right? So that's why. What is 1% of, no, it's not $5, it's 50. 1% of a 5K is 50. It's not $5. $5 is 500. Yeah, it's 50. So that's 1%. So you divide 50 into 3. So 50 divided by 3 or 2 is what? Right? So that's, let's say, 0.10 in 3 positions, right? Leaving you out 0.10 in 3 positions if you're going to take pairs like BTC and gold, right? So because, I mean, 0.10 in 3 positions, that is 0.30. You still have 20 left to play with in case another trade idea comes in, because you don't want to exhaust yourself, right? I mean, because it's not only one trade you're going to have, right? So that's how to think. That's how to think, and always stay in a position where your emotions are not dancing and your heart is not palpitating. Oh, okay. It's fine. You don't have to understand it all at once, right? So that's why someone has taken out time to break it down for you. As time goes, you on one thing about learning something new that you've never done before, or right, or and even a new skill, anything basically, not just forex. Sometimes it looks like a lot, but the more you keep, seeing it, showing up, doing things, learning, improve with time. Trust me, I was once a beginner too, right? So I'll look at chat and not even, I'm just in my mind, I'm like, oh, my brain. But right now it's like, okay, food is calling me. So um if we don't have more questions, I want to